Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour. My name's Tim Baghurst, and we're about to start our semis doubles final. Wow, that was a mess. Our semifinal of doubles. If you're just joining us, it's been a full day of quarterfinals and semifinals of singles, and now we find ourselves going into our doubles. We have Mejia, Herrera facing Vargas and Centellas. Joining me for this match is our commissioner, TJ Bamba. TJ, kind of recovering after those single semifinals, which were fantastic.
My goodness, the intensity, you know, even watching courtside, you feel the tension in the intense match, the gets, the incredible shots.
And if you're just joining us, in the final tomorrow will be Maria Jose Vargas, who took out Montse Mejia, and Gabby Martinez, who defeated world number one Paula Longoria.
So interesting. We have the semifinalist losers from last weekend now in the final.
Isn't it interesting? Vargas and Centellas are the ones who won last week in the doubles final, defeating Longoria and Salas, who are not playing this weekend. And I have a feeling, TJ, after Mejia lost in the semis earlier today, this semifinal has taken a more serious note.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Mejia does not like not playing on Sundays.
No, for sure. It was interesting after their win, Vargas and Centellas last weekend, after their win, you know, I was talking to them a little bit, and they were like, you know, we were due. We practiced. They spent a lot of time getting ready for that tournament. It wasn't a surprise to me that they won it.
And Vargas and Centellas has sometimes been described as a little bit of chaos. But what you'll see, Centellas will cover the front, and especially on the right side. Vargas will shoot from both sides in the back.
Which is her singles game. She shoots from everywhere.
And what you'll kind of see is Herrera will cover about 40% of this court, and Mejia will cover 60%.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting, too, after we updated the rankings after the last event, how Laime and Mendez were the ones that came on top of the doubles ranking. It's so interesting because Herrera and Mejia were so dominant for a while. Before that was Longoria and Salas dominant for a while.
For a long time.
Yeah.
I think the ball is broken. It didn't sound right. It is broken. Yes, so just to recap, Mendez and Laime last weekend were the 2 seeds. And this weekend, they're the 1 seeds. Last weekend, Herrera and Mejia were the 1 seeds. This weekend, they're the 3 seeds. And so we've seen this just topsy-turvy change in some of the rankings, even in singles, where we saw Herrera go from 4 seed to 8 seed.
Seriously, when's the last time you saw Herrera have to face Longoria in the quarterfinals?
And that was a test for Longoria, who won in a tiebreaker in that quarter. Miscommunication between the two in the middle. Herrera, Mejia, they've played together for so many years. A little shocking that they both let that go. Smart shot from Herrera. Little apology for Mejia, who hit Centellas in the middle of that rally. All these players know each other very well. Centellas was the X factor last weekend. How would she fare against players who have won singles titles? And almost picked that ball up, but Mejia with the soft hands.
I feel like Centellas is a very comfortable doubles player.
Yeah. And again, miscommunication.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like Mejia actually called that one, called Herrera off of the ball, and she just missed it and just took a kind of a short bounce. And
wide angle from Centellas was a good one. Side out, 2 serving 5. TJ, there's a new sticker on the front wall that says, "Thank you, Mildred Gwynn."
so
I'm gonna say a big thank you to Jay for helping me get that straight on the wall. Although I'm not sure it is straight, Jay. That's on you, buddy. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, if any of you out there watching have played any national events or even the women's national masters, all those
World
things,
Seniors.
you know Mildred. She's an icon in the sport. But she's known here. She's actually got her picture and a whole article about her on the wall of this YMCA when you walk into the YMCA, and it talks about Mildred's really one-woman fight to be able to play racquetball here in this club at a time when it was a men's-only local YMCA, and she fought to get women in here, and look how many years she's been playing racquetball since. So.
And we've had women's pro tour events here since the 2000s and before.
Yeah, yes.
So thank you, Mildred Gwynn.
Yes. We also had Janet Myers out here, too, also a local player. I know that Janet Myers was integral in having that pro stop here back in 2001. That was the first, I didn't realize it was the first pro stop I had ever played, but she was also integral in hosting that event.
Clean down the line from Herrera. Well, over to our right, amateur division's ongoing. Lots of controversy over to our right.
Well, you know what? I think there are a lot of locals who know each other pretty well.
Yeah, it's a little spicy.
Yeah. In a good way, I do believe. A little deficit here for Team Argentina. Yeah, back to the lob serve down the middle. I've seen that a lot against this Mexican team, lefty-righty team.
Great cover from Herrera. Not that time. Oh, Centellas was there covering, and Vargas went for it.
Yeah, Vargas got jammed, actually, off that side wall.
Going to give a shout out to Maria Jose Vargas, who over the 2 weekends, I think, has played more than anybody on the court.
Well, yeah, singles and doubles.
Final of doubles last weekend. Semifinals. And here she is, semifinals of doubles and finals of singles. Well, I don't know why Herrera held up there.
Why wouldn't you take the shot when you got somebody on the floor? And
absolutely. Hit the ball back
right at her.
Right at them, yeah. Off the wall, you mean?
Yep.
Not at them directly.
Kind of, yes. I mean, I'm not saying I would do that, but.
Shot from Vargas.
Very nice pinch into that left corner.
5-7. The Argentinian pair back in this. Centellas was there for the first pinch, which is Herrera's favorite shot. But then Herrera went down the line. Centellas Vargas just having a little chat in the back to rectify that situation. TJ, why do so many players in doubles lob serve as a first serve instead of drive?
I mean, it's a good question. I mean, a good lob serve is an effective serve, especially if it's right along that side wall. The receiver can't unload on it.
But if
it's a good serve.
True, which it is, why don't more people lob serve in singles for a first serve? They typically drive.
Yeah, good question. I think it also depends on the player. I think you're going to see more Z serves in doubles also.
I think this was called an avoidable hinder. Skip ball, Herrera. Centellas will be the freshest on this court. She hasn't played yet today.
Yeah, just like that, we were tied up.
That's smart. I said Centellas would cover the front of the court. She got pushed to the left. Vargas didn't cover right that time. There's the drive serve, almost effective. Wow. Wow.
I guess walk in the park there.
You made it look so simple, didn't she? I like the pose at the end of that with the backhand. That's so good. Take another look at this. Wide angle, catching Mejia going forward. Nobody home. Herrera skips another. Mejia with the reverse pinch winner. Half out. This feels like a critical point in the first game. 7-7. Who's going to go on that little run and put pressure on their opponents?
Oh, that was 4 points in a row for Vargas Centellas.
Smart shot.
These players play on different courts and different speeds. These courts here in Charlotte, North Carolina are concrete. They're very fast. I mean, the players are talking about how quick they are, how quick and a little different bounce between the front wall and the side walls and just the speed. conversely, in Virginia, we had panel walls. It was a little slower, and they were saying there were a lot more rallies. The ball stayed up a little bit. So players have to adjust, and some courts benefit certain players' games more than others. So it makes it interesting.
And I think it suits the power players, these quick courts, because even if they don't hit the ball down, sometimes the ball comes off the back wall so quickly that you're chasing forward.
Yeah, some of these really good servers cracking the ball out on the side wall. We've seen quite a few of those.
Opportunity for Mejia. Mejia takes it.
But it's why these players also come a couple days early. They come and they practice. They get used to the courts. They practice these things.
Wow, I think Vargas saw Mejia running across the court, and it just affected her swing. Maybe went a little too low. What a shot from Mejia. There's the drive serve I was talking about, forcing Vargas. Hits the sidewall, Mejia right there.
Crafty hands. Just touches so well in the front of the court.
Well, Herrera was stuck. Had to get out of the way. Smart shot from Vargas. Oh my. Well, look at this from Centellas. Look at how she scampers from nowhere
scrappy, isn't
to get that ball. She really is.
Scrappy. She's quick up there in the front of the court. A little powerhouse.
Well, this is the end of the season, TJ, and we'll talk about your thoughts of the season and players, et cetera. But for me, I'm still waiting for Centellas to make that breakthrough in singles.
You know, maybe there's a couple wins in doubles will give her a boost of confidence.
Beautiful pinch from Vargas. Vargas wants to be in 2 finals tomorrow. You can see that in how animated she is after that one. No timeouts taken by these players. Mejia missed it. That was routine for her.
So talking about the end of the season, and especially this season having back-to-back weekend tournaments, it's a lot. I mean, these players, some of these U.S. players are coming off U.S. national singles, Mexican nationals. You know, not too long ago, these players were at the Pan Am Championships in Guatemala.
Well, I also think as well it's been an adjustment because many of them couldn't go home. And so they've had to spend the week or at least 4 days somewhere else.
Right. Either they stayed in Virginia or they
different rooms, different training facilities, and I think that has been a challenge for some of them as well.
For sure. We should get Maripa, our social media expert, to do a photo. You know, end of the season, all the bruised knees and swellings and tape and looks. Oh goodness.
Montse Mejia says no way, but I think that's going to be unavoidable.
To say thank you for not swinging.
Absolutely.
Oh
goodness.
She needs.
Mejia doesn't like it, but
I think
I agree with you. Mejia should be like,
thank you.
I appreciate that no swing.
I noticed that a couple times in some of these singles matches today too, where the players like, I can't believe that's unavoidable. What? But they're directly in the way, and sometimes they just don't realize
watch
go back and watch the video, and they like, oh yeah, I wasn't.
Wow, tough shot, Vargas. Might see a timeout now. No. It's interesting, isn't it, how players are less likely to take timeouts in doubles than singles. 12 serving 10. Wow, nice attack there from Centellas. Yeah. Here comes the timeout. We're going to do the same. It's 13-10. We're back in, and the timeout was ineffective. Vargas, Centellas. Centellas with a kill shot. Game point number 1. Half out. The Mexican pair have to win this rally.
Ooh. Ooh.
This is tough. And there it is, the forehand pinch from Herrera, her signature shot.
A lot of fantastic gets and athletic moves in that rally. And no surprise from all 4 of these players, though.
Herrera's not very crisp this evening. Missed a number of shots I would expect her to get. Nice shot. And that's the danger, isn't it, TJ, when you call your partner on the right side off, puts them on the left side. And that opens the right side if you don't roll it. It's a loose serve. Too good from Herrera.
I mean, we know she's a shooter. She's a very consistent shooter. But I see that. Gosh, loves that pinch in the left front corner. Another behind the back by Mejia.
Vargas just hitting bullets.
What? She crushes that ball.
She loves this court. She said it's just like her home court. She feels very comfortable on it. And you can tell. She's just relaxed, playing well, swinging away just as she did in her semi. Not that time.
Good grief.
Leaning
do not break
back.
the court.
Half out. Game point number 3. Too good, Mejia. So 3 game points saved. Laime Mendez await, as do Rodriguez and her partner Lawrence. They're on next after this match, but we could be a while. Wow, 2 skips in a row for Vargas.
Look at that. Now we got game point for Team Mexico.
2 unforced errors from Vargas.
It's a short serve, second serve coming up for Herrera.
Wow, diving effort from Centellas to save game point. They've saved 1. They have to save 2. And does it. Oh my goodness. We've had 5 game points saved. 3 by Herrera Mejia, 2 by Vargas Centellas. Here it is. Vargas knows it. Wow. What a point. It will be a replay. It was a backswing hinder.
Yes.
But Herrera was going up.
Yeah.
That was a great rally.
So many great gets.
Yeah.
Court coverage.
And take another look at this. Is this a screen? I don't think so.
Is that what she was asking for? And was she asking for it for her?
So game 1 goes to Vargas and Centellas. No hinder was the referee's decision. The line judges upheld it. Argentinian pair take game 1. Couldn't be closer.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We're going to recover. Hope you take a break yourselves and come back for game number 2. We're back in. 0-0 is the scoreline for game 2. Herrera serving first. Replay coming up. Crushing winner from Vargas. Lunging forward, leaning forward, Centellas puts it into the floor. Vargas, it was close, but it was closer to the floor than the front wall. Replay will have an appeal. One agrees, one disagrees. Beautiful shot from Vargas. TJ, I think this one could go to the wire.
I think so. Based on that first one, we knew this was going to be a tight one. Two good doubles teams. Both have titles now under the belt. Actually, Vargas and Centellas won last week, but Vargas and Mendez have won. Centellas and Mendez have won in the past.
Front court battle won by Mejia. I'll be interested to see who goes to the World Games for Argentina. I can't think it won't be Vargas. Wow, Vargas got that? Just got a racket on it. Straight down the line goes Mejia. Centellas thinking about the pinch. I'll be very interested to see how the World Games go, given that players are in a single elimination environment with just singles and mixed doubles.
Wow. Vargas wanted that. She had Herrera moving away.
You felt she hesitated, didn't you?
Yeah. It's a good serve from Centellas. Good Z serve. Another one. Another good get from Vargas.
2 serving 2. Vargas that time hitting right into the sweet spot of Herrera. Herrera rips it down the line. 2 serving 2. Three, 2. Four, 2. Herrera right now dictating play.
You know, back to talking about this being our last event, it would be we should really do a preseason shot of the players' knees and ankles and all this stuff, because it is funny how these players have bruises all over the place. And at this point, they're talking about how much they need a break after this tournament.
Yeah.
They need to put the rackets away for a few weeks and just let their bodies recover. A few of them with nagging injuries right now because it's been
especially with back-to-back tournaments.
Yeah, back-to-back, plus, again, nationals for their countries and just the intensity on tour these days.
And I think it's been a good test for some of these players to try to grit out this weekend, even though they're not 100% healthy, still find a way to win. Smart shot, sweet shot from Vargas. Gabby Martinez comes to mind, who hasn't been well this weekend, and yet we weren't even sure whether she was going to play yesterday morning.
Didn't know if she was so sick. She just didn't know if she could play.
Last minute decision, and here she is in the final tomorrow.
I think she's glad she toughed it out.
Martinez will be in the World Games next month. So for some of these players, not much of a break.
World Games in end of July, yeah. So hopefully they get a little time off. I could use a little time off. I'm ready for a trip to the beach and a vacation.
Vargas calling off Centellas. Centellas listens to her captain, avoids the swing, and Vargas puts it down.
At that point, Vargas better make it. Yeah, really like the Z serves coming out of Centellas.
That's a very good wide angle, perfectly placed. And it is Vargas and Centellas who are now on a little bit of a run themselves, 5 serving 5.
Centellas, I'd like to see if she hits a Z again. She's hitting it very well. It's nice and deep, clipping the sidewall and coming really close to the back wall. Really tough for Monty Mejia to get her racket on it. Certainly not with any full power.
Outstanding from Vargas. It was an interesting decision from, I'm assuming, Argentina's head coach to Daniel Maggi to decide, you know what, Maria Jose, no longer playing with Natalia Mendez. I want you to play with Centellas. And what a good decision it's been.
Yeah, they weren't winning the championship, so they all decided to mix it up a little bit. So we've got Mendez playing with Laime, and they're the #1 seed for this event. They'll be up next.
They had a shock quarterfinal loss last weekend to Lotz and York. We'll be looking to rectify that, getting a bye into the semifinals. They haven't even played this week, in doubles at least. Vargas, meanwhile, rips a forehand pinch. 8-5. Here comes the timeout from Herrera, and I think it's a good one. TJ, we'll stay here. Opportunity for you to reflect on the season and look back on maybe some highlights for you, some things that you appreciated this year.
So I am always thankful to the tournament directors that step up and host the LPRT. It's hard work. It's a lot of fundraising. It's a lot of reaching out to the local community in so many places, and people really stepped up for the tour this weekend or over the season. It's tough. We know that it's tough for the sport of racquetball. It's not getting easier. It's a challenge, and for those that did host the LPRT, we're incredibly grateful. Even some of the players, Erica Mejia stepping up and hosting one in Denver. It was an amazing event. Denver Athletic Club. What a beautiful club to have an event, and we hope to be back there again sometime. All of our events, really, and even the outdoor events that we were a part of, was fantastic. Arizona, Coach Winterton hosting in Arizona, Stuart Solomon stepping up twice this season, once in Maryland at Severna Park and again in Boston. So yeah, just a shout out to the tournament directors, really, and letting them know how grateful we are that they hosted. So yes.
Centellas on the backhand side went for the pinch.
I give her credit. She has not made a lot of errors this game, this match so far.
She knows her role, and she plays it very, very well. Good cover from Herrera. So we're going to have a replay. Mejia doesn't know why, but the ball hit the door frame where it connects to the wall.
So court hinder.
A little bit of an unusual bounce.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss from Herrera.
Herrera got jammed on the back end. Not a bad shot going into her if she's a tall player.
Vargas was there.
Yeah. Tim, back to your comment about the season, reflecting here in our last two events. Last weekend, I'm grateful. We hosted an event in Northern Virginia at my home club, and so many of my friends and locals stepped up and supported that event. And a big shout out here to Jerry J. Josie, Jay, our broadcast guy and IT person. I said, Jay, we need another event. He's like, okay, I'll do it. So he was integral in bringing the Sweet Caroline Open here to Charlotte. So big thank you to him and the locals here that stepped up as well.
Well, you didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell you anyways.
Oh, you're on the schedule for next year. I didn't tell you?
Am I?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, look forward to hosting. The memorable things for me, I think, were Arizona, watching young volleyball players see racquetball for the first time.
So great.
And for those of you who don't know, that tournament is run on the same weekend as a major high school volleyball tournament at Arizona State University. So it really showcases the sport to many, many young women.
Thousands. I mean, they have thousands of young players coming through that building. That's a good one, Tim.
Oh, that one slides down the left wall. I think the second thing was just being able to come to tournaments in different locations and expose the sport to a different group of people. And of course, we love going to tournaments year after year in the same place. That creates tradition.
Yeah.
But it's always neat to go to Denver, to go to yours in Virginia, to come here where we haven't had racquetball in almost 25 years as a pro tour, to expose the local community to what these ladies can do. It will never bore me to hear people gasping behind us.
Yes. And how many people that came by and said, "What is this? What's going on?
What are the rules?"
Wow. And if you're ever in Charlotte, this is a beautiful club. These courts are really, really outstanding courts. 4 glass back wall courts, right downtown Charlotte. Beautiful, beautiful, clean city, walkable city.
Yes. Okay, timeout on the court taken by Vargas and Centellas. It's 9 serving 10. A reminder coming up, we have one more doubles match this evening. Laime Mendez, the 1 seeds, taking on Lawrence and Rodriguez. An unusual pairing, Lawrence and Rodriguez. They played together last weekend. Martinez electing not to play doubles in these 2 tournaments. If you've watched her play, she's got a brace on her left knee, and so I think out of caution, she said, I don't want to put too much on my body. I'll just play singles.
Yeah.
And based on her performances over the 2 weekends, a good choice.
Yeah, the other team we're missing, Longoria and Salas, also only playing singles this weekend. And who else? Is that it? Those 3, right? That was the other big team.
Yes. And we're missing 1 or 2 other players that weren't able to come for various reasons.
Was not able to come to either of these last 2 events, unfortunately, and we're missing her.
Annie Sanchez was here last weekend playing, but not this weekend. And I think, take another look at this. I think if Centellas waits half a second longer, it's an avoidable hinder.
Yeah. She also had Mejia pinned on the wall, and she wanted the shot.
Great reach from Vargas. And Mejia goes for far too much on that one. You almost sense almost feeling impatient.
Yeah, but they made her shoot again and again and again because they kept retrieving her shots. They wouldn't let her put the ball away. They made her shoot another shot.
Skip ball, 11-10. Oh, Herrera thought she rolled it. Happy to walk back into the service box, though. Woo, what a shot, Centellas. I like how in that rally, Vargas gently pushed Herrera out of the way. Excuse me, my shot. Wow, how did that ball not hit Mejia? What a good shot.
Yes.
Excellent, smart double shot. She saw Mejia coming forward and then went wide.
Yes.
Herrera not covering.
The thing I noticed in that whole rally is, you know, we know Monte Mejia is an expert player, right? But she was leaving those pinches up, and Centellas was all over them. So I might question the choice of the pinches.
Vargas couldn't get that one.
Yeah.
Half out.
Yeah, the pinches to me aren't working right now because they're up and Centellas is all over them. So passing shot on the left side was certainly, to me, a better shot. Better choice. Nice. Again, really good Z serves, nice and deep.
Vargas will shoot. Doesn't put it down. Herrera right there. 11-11.
Herrera's forehand, whew, just such a shooter. That one I think came up a little short, half out.
Just short. Very few appeals in this doubles match. Skip ball, Mejia.
Yeah.
Mejia raised her hand in the early part of that rally because the ball hit the joint between the glass and the back wall. We have a cement on about 2 feet on each side. That will be a point, I think. Look at Vargas ready to hit, and Mejia was right there. Still sticking with this lob through the middle. What a shot.
Yeah. Of course, as soon as I say pinches aren't, we're staying up a little bit. It's a good shot by Mejia.
Skip ball from Centellas, who had it on her racket.
11-12.
Vargas, not sure what she was trying to do there, but Herrera was more than happy. That's better for Mejia. And here comes the timeout from the Argentinians. We're going to take a timeout too, back in just a moment. Time in, says our official Maurice Miller. Pro player himself. Retired, he tells me, TJ. I'm not so sure. He always shows up now and again and puts on a show.
Yeah.
(13-12). We thought this would be a tight match, and that's what we've got. Vargas will take this.
Okay, two with the hand up and one with the fist bump.
I think it was good.
Honestly, I could not see it.
And line judges agree. It looked good. It sounded bad,
I
but
couldn't
it looked
see it because
good.
they were right in front of my view.
So loss of appeal. So the timeout was effective.
It's a nice return.
They stave off 2 attempts from the Mexican pair from earning points. And now it's 12-13, 3 points away. Wide angle from Centellas. 2 points away. Vargas. What's the call?
Ooh, replay call. I can see the
I think
side
we'll have
over
an
here.
appeal.
So,
That's a tight one. A replay call. Call stands.
So did both line judges agree or disagree, or what happened there?
I think one agreed, one disagreed.
Interesting.
Great shot from Vargas. Brings up match point.
14-13.
And crucially on that appeal, the one on our side disagreed where we look.
Yeah.
The one on the left side agreed with the official where he stands. Here we go. Centellas. Oh my goodness. Pegs Vargas, that was high.
14-13.
Another match point.
Yeah, let's see if Centellas sticks with the Z serve.
That's another
That's a
good one. Oh,
gosh.
replay.
Oh yeah, I would
it's a
agree
little
with
wide.
that. Based now that I see the replay, yeah, I would think that's the right call for sure. Looks like she was hitting to the left.
There it is. Vargas puts it down and claims it. 15-14, 15-13. Well, they won last weekend. They're in the third final in a row, Vargas and Centellas. So really making a statement here.
Right, pushed by a tight match by one of the other best tour doubles teams.
That's right. So Vargas and Centellas find themselves in a final. Vargas finds herself in 2 finals to finish out this season. We're going to take a break. We're going to allow the players to warm up for our second and final double semifinal. It's Laime Mendez, Lawrence Rodriguez. Hope you'll join us when we come back.